with the new application, right, which will be available for all of our users, so the free users, the Radio Plus users, and the new Slacker Premium users, everybody gets the same app. You just have different functionality, right? So as a premium user, when I find a song or an artist or an album that I want to listen to, I can play it whenever I want, and we'll show you that. If I'm a Radio Plus or a free user, we'll make stations based on those choices, kind of like we do today. It's just a little easier to find it, okay? Once we launch this as well, we'll be the only service out there that has free radio, a paid radio subscription, and on-demand all in one service. Nobody else has that, right? So it's a chance for anybody to come check it out. You don't have to sign up $10 a month or whatever. You can come try it, get it, find out what this is a service that you're interested in. And if you want on-demand, it's $10 a month. But if you want to maintain and be a free user, you can do that as well, right? So you'll see here that I can either search for content that I want, which is something that really every on-demand service has. And while that's useful if you know what you want, it's somewhat limiting. So if you have an on-demand service and you're looking for something new, it's hard to search for that, right? Because you don't know what it is. And that's where radio comes in handy, and that's why we put it up, front and center. So as we go into our, our Slacker stations, and as we saw, right, if I find a genre that I like, if I go into, let's say, hip-hop and R&B, we'll see the station list that we have in today's service, which has play buttons here, but I can also now go into those stations and see what's on them. What we have today is you play, you wait, and your songs come up, you listen to them, but now you can go all the way in. If I go into our hip-hop station, I'm going to get a description of what the hip-hop station is. I'm going to have all the artists that are programmed on that, and I'm going to have the top songs. So whatever genre I pick, I can go all the way in and see what are these top songs. Maybe there's songs here I haven't heard, or maybe there's some of my favorites. I want to go play those. Hitting the play button there will play that song. I can listen to it whenever I want to as a premium user. If I'm just looking to explore a little bit, I can come in here knowing that, let's say I like the hip-hop station, but I'm looking for artists maybe that I don't know very well, or I want to check out a little bit more. You'll see that they're ordered by kind of popularity, so you see Jay's at the top, Biggie and so forth. And as I kind of work through the list, and maybe I find an artist that I want to check out, maybe I say, okay, yeah, maybe I haven't listened to a lot of Fabulous. I can go in there, check out the artist. I can either play that artist or go to their page, right? So every place has a destination. You'll see here that there's the biography of the artist, so I can learn a little bit more about them, find out what might be interesting. And you'll see the tabs along the top. Stations, it's going to tell me where Fabulous plays, right? So these are all the stations that feature this artist, and then I can go dig through there, I can play those stations, or I can keep looking. If I look at related artists, now I've got artists related to this specific artist. Maybe I want to browse a little further or play something there. I can see the albums. These are the albums by that artist. You'll notice I can browse. The arrows here show me I can browse. I can go in and look at the album, find a song from there, play the whole album. I can hit the play button. Or I can just look at what are the top songs by this artist. And again, you'll see by popularity, these are the most popular songs by this artist, and I can scroll through those and play any song I want, or go make a playlist based on those songs. But it's very simple to find things that you want, even if you don't know exactly what it is, right? So you can kind of browse around. And so you'll see, this is the artist. If I hit the play button for this artist, what we're going to do is select, as a premium user, we're going to play a station that features only this artist. So these are all their songs in their library, programmed in a radio way, right? So it's not shuffled, it's not played like most popular or whatever. We're going to play it just like we would play a regular radio station. So you're going to get a nice mix of familiar tracks, plus maybe some deeper stuff that you weren't familiar with. And you'll notice here some differences again that let's see if I'm looking here. You'll see the song name at the bottom. It's going to tell you exactly what song is coming up next, right? So if you're used to our service as it is today, as a free user, you're not sure what's coming up next. As a Radio Plus user, you can see what artist is coming up next. As a premium user, we're going to tell you exactly the song, so you can go to it if you want. And you'll notice there's a skip back button now, so that if I hear a song like, oh, I want to hear that again, I hit skip back, I can go back and play it again. And if I skip this song, you'll see, again, we can move through the radio station. It's all this artist, right? So it's all Fabulous here. There's a little shortcut up at the top. You'll see the little arrow that says Fabulous Radio. If I tap that, it's going to show me which songs have played. So I can actually go back and replay songs back in my history, like a playlist, right? And I can see what songs have played. And if I want to replay that first track, I hit the play button and I go back and replay there. And I just tap this drawer. Again, it pulls it up. If we want to go look at, right now I'm listening to a station that's only this artist. If I want to add some artists to it, right, I can come in here to the station. I hit fine tune. There's a section where it's got, artist discovery. Right now we have it set at minimum, so we only play Fabulous, right? But if I wanted to say, maybe add a few more artists to it, I'd say add some or more or a lot, so that I get more music discovery based on an artist I picked. Or I just leave it set at minimum and we only play that artist. So it's a lot more flexible. As a premium user, I get radio as narrow as one artist or as many as hundreds of artists, right? Depending on what I like, right? And so again, as I rate songs, if I were to mark this as a favorite, that then goes into my favorite songs list that we saw before, so I can go in and find it later if I wanted to play it or buy it, or whatever. And so, really what we've done is taken the power of our radio service, the functionality of an on-demand service, put them together in a way that lets you still just hit a play button and listen to music rather than having to search and find stuff. If you want to search and find stuff, you can, but we still have the discovery piece. So if you hear a new song or an artist on one of our radio stations, you can then go in and say, let me take you to that artist page, let me look at their songs, their albums, other artists like those, and I can explore around where, other on-demand services, really, they give you a search box to type stuff into. If you don't know what to search for, you're kind of stuck, right? But so you might have access to millions of songs, but if you don't know what's good or what's new, you may not find it. So you have essentially our charts for our 140 some stations. You go to the top songs for those stations, you're going to see what's best in every single genre that we have. Or search for your favorite stuff, or just listen to a radio station and lean back. Something comes up that you want to check out, you just go to the artist page and go deeper.
I noticed it has the lyrics in it too.
Yeah, so you'll see when I go to the, you'll see here, if I just tap on the information, the song name, it takes me to, here's the lyrics for the song, here's the album review for the album that the song is from, and then the artist biography. And then again, if this was a radio station, this is the first time I'd heard this song, I hit menu, and I say, view artist page. It takes me back to this artist page, and I can go browse around in there and find other stuff to listen to.
That's really cool. And you still have the cache stations?
We do, and with the premium now, when you make a playlist, or if you have a favorite album or the station, you can cache all of that. So you'll see, like if I go back to the home screen here, I don't have them cached, I just have stations cached. You go to cache content, you'll see that I have stations, playlists, and albums. So I can pick anything I like. I can go make a playlist of all my favorite songs. I can find favorite albums. I can have stations I like. And when I cache them, we organize it here for you. So if you're on the airplane or whatever, as you know, all that content's available to me. And I'll show you like one more thing here. If we wanted to make a playlist, you can do it on the phone. A lot of, some services have you have to go back to the website to do that. So let's say we want to create a, we'll create a playlist. So I'll create playlist, I'm just going to type a kind of gibberish name in here. And from here, when you go to create a playlist or a station, you can either search for stuff if you know what you want, or you can browse some of our categories. So if you need some inspiration for what you want to put on your playlist, or you know a station you like, you want to go check it out. So let's say we go back where we were, we say Slacker stations, and I go back to, let's see, we go back to that same place we were, go to hip hop R&B, go to that hip hop station, and I'm making a playlist. I can go and say, okay, I want that song, and 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 look for that song and that song, and then maybe I want some more different artists. So maybe I say, oh, let me put some Jay-Z stuff in there. It's going to show the most popular songs from him as well. So I'll say, oh, yeah, I want that, and I want that, and I want that, and I want that, and I've made a 10-song playlist in 10 seconds, right? And so you can see I can pull this down and see, what were the songs in this playlist. Maybe I want to say, oh, you know what, I don't really want that one in there, and then put it back up and launch my playlist, and I'm done, right? And so now that goes into my playlist section. I can get that from wherever I have Slackers, so on the web or on my phone or whatever. Those playlists, I can share them with other people. It's very easy to make playlists, or radio stations are the same way. You can say, I want to make a radio station, put a bunch of artists in there, and you're done.
So any idea when the on-demand service will be hitting the market?
It should be out mid-April. We're just a couple weeks away. We're nearly final with just about every application at this point. We've got iPad, we've got iPhone, we have Android, we have BlackBerry, and we have the website are all getting fully redone for this service. So everybody will get a new version of the application when we launch in the next couple of weeks. And then it'll be available for all of those platforms.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah.